Hello, ladies and gentlefers. I'm Ryan Eastman, and joining me tonight in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii, is Jack Cantor. How you doing tonight, Jack?
Aloha, everyone.
Don't sound that tired. I know it was a long flight, 5,000 miles. Can't
I
imagine. Huh?
cannot understand how you could be a center being 7 foot 18 and 561 tons and do that for 12 hours.
I mean, they do get the luxury of first class. Not all of us are lucky like that, unfortunately. And I feel bad for the pilots having to actually figure out how to balance a plane out when you have a full FBA team on your flight.
Could you imagine that? Just like a plane full of like centers. You take a hard left and it just doesn't.
Or they accidentally all start looking out the right window and the plane just starts to slowly tilt because of that. Well,
Not
th-
fun.
this is why they are paid the big bucks, and some of us fly business at best.
Mm,
Anyways, thank you for joining me. We are here in Hawaii for Game 4. You were talking earlier in Game 2 when we last broadcast that Bangor was in a do or die situation about to head on the road if they had lost both games. However, they flipped the script here. They find themselves up 2-1 after back-to-back wins, and now Hawaii, as you said, do or die for Bangor. It's do or die for Hawaii here. They can't afford to lose this one tonight.
no way at all. I mean, at this point, you have to win. What is it? They lose this one, they'd have to win three of the next four. That's a mighty effort.
Well, no, if they lost this one, they have to win three
Yeah,
of the next three.
well, that's true too.
They would have no margin for error, and two of them would be in Bangor. So, I mean, they have shown that they can win at Bangor. They need to win at home now is the question.
At this point, you gotta win, or you gotta start up that lua and start dishing out that smoked sausage at half price.
It sounds like you really just want half price food.
I mean, half price lobster roll or half price Brazilian barbecue. I'm happy either way.
It sounds like if you're happy as long as you get cheap, good food. But not the time for that kind of celebration, as I think I see the players getting ready to take the floor.
I'm disappointed because Las Vegas will never, ever make it to a finals, and I will never go there regardless. So I might as well enjoy it.
As we see the players take center court, Tate versus Kadane for the tip-off here. And it will go the way of Hawaii.
Force of habit here at Hawaii. I would not be surprised if Hawaii got off to a hot, fast start and never would. See? Like that.
Yeah, I mean, Scooney struggled a bit last night with those fadeaways, but maybe showing he's put a little extra practice in and that day off, making sure he gets that sorted out because he is definitely needed. And Tiatera, great matchup, almost steps out of bounds and answers back.
Thought she did.
I mean,
The Shaker did. I can say that, right?
I mean, you can say it up to 4 times before you're kicked off, apparently. Scooney backing down again against Tiatera, steps in, goes around off the back iron, no good. Over to Pura, back to Lance, no good inside the paint. He's had a bit of a struggle the past couple games. I mean, he was a good, solid player last night, but games 1 and 2, he was a bit hit or miss.
Right you are. I mean, game I coached in, he was pretty horrible, but last night he made up for it. Maybe.
I mean, he was named player of the game, but it was more, I think, of an issue. He's struggled from the three-point line. He's started to pick it up, though, the last game or two, but he needs to find some more consistency there.
Well, 2-2. Close game so far.
Yeah, Bangor, Lance, giving to Pura from the left sideline for three. It is
wide
good.
open.
Yeah,
Nobody
I mean,
near her. That's surprising.
and that's JCK just losing track of her. And I mean, she's a little too fast. And you can't leave her open, especially that far out. And Tiatera
Picked.
terrorizing the defense once again. Back to Pura. Fadeaway turnaround.
What?
Kids at home, I do not recommend practicing that shot. That is not a shot you should take. But Pura makes it work. I mean, she's falling away from the basket, not looking at it.
How did your stripes, PDQ? What was that shot? You hit it. I can't complain.
I will gladly complain. And Kadane off the glass is good. Quick pace from Bangor here. Has already picked up a 9-point score in under 2.5 minutes.
I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Mark this date. Very important date. I was wrong.
Yeah, Hawaii struggling here, and they are forced to call a timeout. Not even 3 minutes in, they're forced to burn their first. And it's not just that they've... I mean, yes, they haven't hit a few shots in a row. That happens. It's more they are letting Bangor dictate the pace, and Bangor is just walking over them at the moment.
At this point, I was hoping it'd be anyone's game. Oh!
Another
fire.
Yeah, another sloppy pick. Tiatera just dancing her way into the post. It is good.
The Earth Mover taking some space and getting her own bucket.
I mean, she just kind of shuffled between Tate and Scooney there, and I think Tate backing off gave her the opening to jump up and put it in. Now, who is Hawaii going to go to? They need a basket here, and they're actually double-teaming Scooney, and the reach-and foul will be called.
Well, triple team there. He just kind of ran into two defenders, though.
Yeah, Tia definitely not willing to let him open, but Doyle will with the double clutch, surrounded by Pura and Mackenbach. Doesn't matter. He is good.
Breaks a 9-point streak by Bangor.
And we'll put the first bucket on the board in the last couple of minutes. And Kadane from the free throw line, no good.
Shooting that from back home in Bangor. What a shot, but long and...
I mean, long for him, definitely. As long as it's a free throw, you'd expect him to be able to make a free throw every now and again.
Earthbender with the rebound, though.
Yeah. Mackenbach, turnaround, nails it.
Pretty shot, nothing but net.
And that's the statistic right there. Bangor has made as many shots as Hawaii has attempted here.
Jesus.
And quick pass to Tate, who's just wide open. Kadane gave up all position there.
Smart move by Tate. He almost decided to alley-oop it. That's his sort of MO. He waited just a second, landed, and then moved up again to score. Smart move by...
And good heads-up play from Scooney not to get too zoned in on the basket. He was keeping his eyes open to see if anyone did break free from their defender. And now Lance just bullying his way through Vastenhout for the layup off the glass.
The wildfire will not stop.
I mean, Hawaii should be used to it. The lava catching things on fire.
Oh, boy.
They can smother the tide's fire. Again, Scooney one-on-one. Now, actually, Mackenbach backed up to kind of give some support, and Scooney bailed when he saw that. So he gives a screen for JCK, who's inside the line, but it is good for two.
Pretty shot. Let's see if they can capitalize on it with some good defense.
I mean, there hasn't been defense. That's the problem tonight. Hawaii is just letting Bangor take shots, and now they're going to do a reach in Vastenhout.
Not a pretty defensive move there.
Yeah, I mean, letting him know he's there, and it's just gonna, as long as he doesn't get into foul trouble because of those a little bit careless fouls. If they start generating turnovers off of that, I'm not gonna complain. They almost do on the reach in from Doyle, but Mackenbach pulls it down. Lance tries to shimmy and bake his way in, but no good, and Doyle gonna bring up the other way.
Almost, Lance, almost.
And the open looker is no good from Doyle. He needs to make those. Just because he's open, they're wasting possessions if he can't convert those, what should be easy shots.
At this point, both teams just need to calm down a little bit, take in some of the nice, fresh Hawaiian air, and refocus on putting the ball in the basket.
And Lance, shot clock winding down, took a shot from the free throw line. Not able to get to convert. He struggled from the three-point line the past couple games, Have to see if he's able to find his stride as now Scooney backs out again. Tiatera's been too much for him in the post.
Vassenhout some move.
I mean, Vassenhout goes for the shot off the pump fake. It's no good, but I'm surprised he didn't give it to Scooney. Scooney was wide open, and Mackenbach in transition. That's good, though, from the open side.
That rat with fundamentals. Not so hard, is it now, boys and girls, and whatever you want to use.
Set your pause before the shot. Make it easy basket. Now Scooney, spin move, gets by Tiatera. Ooh, not a lot of contact, but they will call the foul. A little bit lucky for Scooney. Thought that would have been a block shot there. Get on the first.
Scooney is usually lights out from the line here.
And he's good on the second, too. Hawaii crossing the 10-point line now here, but a little under 6 minutes left to go. Vassenhout's already subbed out. Mackenbach over to Lance. Calling for the screen from Kadane. He's open. Another good shot from Lance. There we go. Getting wide open off that screen from Kadane. They might as well give him the assist, though, for how open Lance was.
Man, he was just wide open. They got to do that more.
And if Hawaii's going to have to start diagnosing when they're calling for those screens and how to dodge them, because, I mean, give Lance a small opening and he will just go full dead sprint into the open area. And JCK, a little fancy footwork there, trying to get in closer, but forced to take the shot from the sideline. It does work out, though, but Tiatera gets clear to the paint off the assist.
The Earth Mover is dominating this game right now.
And her counterpart from game one, Tate, has not shown up, though. And blocked by Kadane. I have to wonder if maybe Tate's feeling a little fatigue after the first two games. And Pura, she was good from the left, and now she's good from the right. That's the second three tonight, and it's from her. Bangor doubling the score of Hawaii here. And, of course, Hawaii forced to take a second timeout.
Yeah, just when they started to get a bit of a groove, Bangor got in fire again, 12-point lead.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Hawaii's necessarily struggling on offense. They are to a degree. They're still on pace to kind of match their normal score in a first quarter. It's just Bangor is not slowing down. They could break a 40 mark if they keep this up.
Remember how I mentioned how at the start the crowd was into it? They were jamming. Right now, they ain't.
I mean, they're on their phones right now.
Oh!
And another interception by PDQ. And Mackenbach in transition doesn't make it work, though.
What's that one a little bit?
Yeah, I wish he had slowed it down just a bit. They had the advantage with the defense trying to get back as fast as possible. But, again, Bangor's feeling it right now. And they're just taking shots that they feel comfortable with. And maybe they're not going to fall, but it makes Hawaii very nervous. Juniper Hill, no good.
With the rebound. Randy, the Rat King Randy, is someone you do not want to get hot because he will talk trash. He will talk so much trash, he's going to stir up his own garbage.
And oh, that was just a beautifully designed play. Pura streaking to the basket.
PDQ also showing her stripes. She is having a good game so far. Lance needs to pick it up. He's the all-star here, and his supporting cast is making him look not so good.
I mean, when the team performing as well as they are, he doesn't need to step up right now. And that was a good little setup from Scooney getting matched up against the Rabbit. Giant difference in size there. And Pura, is she feeling it? Oh, she was, but a little too much power behind it. No good. Juniper Hill just dancing her way into the post and laying it up and in.
Bunny hop points.
And it's still a 10-point game here despite that basket. Keep an eye on Bangor. Watching for Lance. He's going to break to the top of the key. Going for three. Oh, just a little off there. Say struggled tonight. 2 for 6. Just below 50%. Well, he's at 33%, but if he had made one of his shots, it would have been 50%. Still early goings for him, though.
Still very early. 10-point game doesn't mean much in the first quarter, but it's not the greatest sign, I think.
On Hill, that was such a beautiful play. The spin move. The Mackenbach. It is good. Starting to catch on fire. Someone get the fire extinguisher if you're Hawaii.
This, right now, is a pivotal moment for Hawaii. They need to score right here to make a statement. Hey!
Yeah, well, she'll just do it on her own. Isolation there. And Hawaii needs to start pulling down some offensive boards. They have 0 so far. Oh, Iverson. That almost worked out, but you get your own miss. Heads-up play by the rookie.
Shot, good points. Let's see if they can capitalize on it on the defensive end and extend that lead a little.
Yeah, meanwhile, Hawaii, I can imagine the coach is really debating calling a timeout here as Iverson will get called for the shooting foul, so Hawaii will go to the line for 2. But if you're Hawaii, fans are really sweating it right now. This is not going your way.
Right now, you got to think if you're Hawaii, maybe you take, I know it's early, and you've taken 2 of them, but another time.
And we'll see Bangor subbing a few more of their starters out. And for the Kahunas, they have none of their starters left on the floor, even though with how they performed here so far, not necessarily a horrible thing. See if your bench maybe can spark some life as Diego, quick play off the missed free throw, just lays it up and in.
Matches left and right. That's what we're seeing right now. If Hawaii has their bench on this for an extended period of time, at least to the end of the quarter, it's going to give the Bangor Tides maybe 2-3 open, easy.
Well, Alphonse, the veteran, nailing it.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
I mean, maybe he did, but and that might be what the substitution was about, bringing on the bench players, telling them to play the defense as tight as possible. They have limited minutes. They can afford to tire out playing tight defense. Blanc collapses on Lance as he was shot, and it was enough to affect it.
We'd have to check the replay on that to see if it was tipped.
It was very close. It was hard to tell. The White Wolf getting there so fast. I don't think Lance expected him to move that quickly. Now Juniper Hill, technically out of bounds.
What?
I thought that was going to be a reach-in foul.
All right. I think this is an opinion I have. Hot take time. I think before every finals game, every ref in the league needs to take
Take a what you cut out there?
Take an eye exam before every finals game. The ref on the court at that time needs to take a eye exam and pass it.
Well, last second shot will be no good from Diego. Bangor ends quarter 1 32 to 21, up by 11 here. Like I said, that was I mean, we'll have to see maybe if they'll show a replay or not, but it was hard to tell. I swore it was going to be a reach-in foul. Maybe she slipped just a little bit, but that will cost them there the last opportunity for a bucket, and thankfully Bangor did not convert off that turnover.
At this point in time, still early, 1 of 4 down. But if you're Hawaii, you got to start thinking about, okay, what can we do different? What can we change things up? Not time to panic yet. Maybe you stick to your fundamentals for a bit longer, but you got to keep that ace up your sleeve right now. You cannot go down.
No, you can't go down 3-1, and Kalsang, the Mastiff, just gets open off the double screen. It's working.
All that fur went flying. Yeah, at this point, don't call Hawaii out yet. They are a scrapper. They're going to come.
Yeah, it's more of a question of can they figure out how to stop Bangor. I trust Hawaii's offense to come alive at some point. I don't know about their defense. That's the question.
That's a great question. I mean, they have one of the better Ooh.
Yeah, Sunderman, nice shot in transition.
Surprised he didn't go for the 3. He thought about it for a half second, but moved in closer for that higher percentage shot. I mean, when you're down this much, that's a very smart move.
I mean, whatever points you can get, and that's, I think, something that maybe they want to adjust is start trying to get some contact. And Alphonse strips the ball, but no one collects it. It will go out of bounds.
Alphonse is a defensive specialist, and that just showed a bit of his prowess right there. He's got some anger problems, but you know what? He is an underrated defensive man.
And we are going to see a foul there from Blanc, and maybe that's actually what one of the changes Hawaii needs to consider. Mackenbach has been left to kind of do whatever he wants against Doyle. Maybe have a matchup of Alphonse versus Mackenbach instead and see how he's able to handle the rat.
Oh man, rat fight? Battle of the Rat King?
I mean, I think the trainers just might be prepared for some rat fights, but
At this point, both of those players talk a lot of trash, and they spit a lot in their mouths. That is something that would be amazing for Reddit's ratings. That'd be something that would be amazing.
I mean, maybe some hair pulling, considering both of them like to style their hair quite a bit.
That thing.
And Blanc, chance for an and one off that foul. The bucket was good, and I mean, they could pull it back to 10 here. Not a lot to clap about yet, as we see Baston who come back on the floor early.
Hawaii still kind of iffy with the starters. They're maybe yelling at them. Who knows?
Well, and we've seen this a couple times where one of their starters gets pulled early. We see him come back early later, and I don't know if it's a plan on their part to try and get them into advantageous matchups. It hasn't worked since game one, though. And Piero giving over to the rookie, back to Ortega. Gaston, intercepted by Norwich.
Defensive specialist. Consider him for a defensive player.
Well, Blanc gets the missed shot, back to Vasanu, back to Kealoha. I mean, if he was a starter, I could definitely see him being a defensive player of the year, but he has relegated himself to more of a sixth for a role in Hawaii. Kealoha again with an offensive rebound. It is good.
By point, they're scrapping.
That's what I was talking about. Hawaii, that's their first offensive boards of the night. And it took their bench coming out to fight for them. Ortega over to Gaston. A lot of passing around. Bangor slowed it down here. I don't know if they're just not sure who's going to take the shot. Gaston, that is not your range, buddy. You need to let someone else take that shot. Don't pass it to him if it's that close.
Shooters never were good at decisions making.
Yeah, well, great shot over him. And Hawaii, their field goal percentage is climbing up now. They're only within 6.
I said earlier, bit by bit, they're scrappers. They're going to come.
And if you're Bangor, I think this is the time maybe you want to use your first timeout. Maybe bring in one more starter back on the floor. Because at this point, if you let them back in, and Iverson, the turnaround jumper is no good. Keep an eye out. Kealoha slamming it down.
Oof.
The crowd's getting back into it. This is dangerous for Bangor. They are back on hostile grounds. But Iverson left wide open. They went for the interception on the pass, but it was too high.
Just a quick little turn, easy bucket.
Very much so, and got the crowd to quiet down just a little bit, but Hawaii can get them going again with the basket here. And honestly, I think they go with Vaston, who trying to break towards the basket. He does get inside the paint. Fights through the contact. It's no good, though.
At this point, this is a key point for... Wait, never mind.
Well, I mean, it was a key point until Gary decided to get fancy and not set up for the shot at all.
Both teams need to calm down a little bit. There's a little bit of mid-game jitters.
Yeah, well, for Bangor, they're feeling the pressure now as Norwich converts it. 4-point game here once again. They were down by 13 at one point and back within striking distance. Yeah, I'd call timeout here if I was Bangor, but they're not going to. They're going to give it to Iverson.
Need to change the pace here. 7 minutes left. Let's see what they do.
Going for the screen for the Calico. Defense is far too tight there. Back to Iverson. She's a bit closer now. Backing down. It's working. One-on-one against Vassenhood. The perch gets it. And Kahuna's 8 points outscoring the Tide's bench. This is the first time in the series we've seen something like that from their bench. Vassenhood, the teardrop.
Oof.
Oh, so pretty. Ortega's going to bring it up the court very slowly. I think he was waiting to see if coach would call something, but they are not. They're going to let them roll with this.
Tick, tick, tick. What do you do?
Well, hopefully not two-door from beyond the arc again. That was a little ridiculous as they keep
Nobody's
passing
in the
around.
box. Nobody.
Oh, Gaston, another 3 attempt. Why are they passing to him with only a second left on the shot clock?
It looked like a Globetrotters play. Nobody was in the box. Nobody was penetrating. Nobody was doing anything. Not the best strat.
Yeah, if you're Bangor, you have to call timeout on this next possession. Your bench is falling apart. They are letting them back into this game with piss-poor offensive possessions like that. And their defense has been good, but it's not enough. They've just stalled on offense.
Diego taking the timeout. Nope.
Oh, they're going to push fast. Iverson's been the only one making it work for them, and she gets into the box and makes it.
You can just see the stars are a little bit edgy. Look at those. There's 1, 2, 3, 3 people, 4 people, 6 people sitting. Timeout.
Yeah, Kahuna's finally had enough of this, and they're going to call timeout. They'll blink first. And maybe that was the plan from Bangor, make Kauai burn their 3rd already, but I mean, Hawaii down by 6. They've made some adjustments. It's very obvious they have. Let's see if it translates to the starters as well.
At this point in time, still early, still anyone's game, but now that we got starters back in, I'm getting excited. Ooh!
And Iverson will get caught on the shooting foul. That's her 2nd. She draws a 3rd before the half closes. She'll be in trouble with Doyle missing it. Might come back to haunt them later. But good on the 2nd. And he said starters back in. Wildfire, Katu. Wildfire for 3. Ooh. No good.
It's the curse of me.
Yeah, but I mean, he said wide open shot there, just not getting to home. And Kuto, good defense, but Vasson, who just drives by everyone, laying it up and in. He's starting to feel it.
Wildfire calling out shots like a field general. Let's see what happens.
Iverson matched up against Scooney. This is not one I favor her for. The kickback jumper is no good. Hawaii, what's this I see? What's this I see? Foul called. Kuto will get called for the contact, but Hawaii could find themselves within 1 here.
Bangor on the play before. Scooney forced that entire bad shot. That is why he is a genius.
Yeah, and we're going to see Mackenbach come in. They're not going to let Scooney match up against Iverson anymore. That was not good. And we're going to see Vassenhood. He was starting to catch some consistency there, but they're going to sub him out and bring Juniper back on the floor.
1 point game.
Yeah, this is the time Bangor needs a basket. Kuto giving it over to Wildfire. Back to Tia Tahara. Kadane, screen move. Lance did this earlier in the game. Too hard, though.
Man, that is like your classic 1-2 screen. Lance got the shot he wanted. Not his night so far with that.
I mean, he had everything he could have wanted there. Now, the question for Hawaii is, can they take the lead here? They haven't led this game. Doyle for 3. It is good, and they take the lead with some emphasis from beyond the arc. First lead of the entire game. We are quite a bit in, 20 minutes in, and this is their first lead. Sorry, second lead. They did make the first basket, I believe.
Yeah. JCK foul.
Yeah, but it's been almost 20 minutes since the last time they had the lead. The lead was 2-0. So, crowd is definitely happy. They're back in it. Kuto calling for the screen, gets by the defense, goes for the shot. It is good from the free throw line. Tied up 44 apiece.
Going into the second half, this quarter has been all Hawaii. Bangor's kept it close. But at this point, we're going to have to see what...
Yeah, well, and it all started with the bench. Hawaii's bench did something they haven't done the past 3 games, and that is outproduce Bangor's. And you can see the difference here. They were the ones to bring them back, and Kuto had a lane, but decided to give it to Lance, who banks it off the glass. Bangor back on top here with only 3 minutes and some change left. Scooney calling for the screen, gets down to the post. Intercepted by Tiatera.
Good pick, good pick, good pick.
That's her second or third one of the night. She has had active pause down low, and Lance, again from the same spot, he's trying to heat up from there because that's a designated spot for him to shoot on plays. Over to Hill. Somehow she gets to the paint. She just danced her way down there, but Kadane pulls down the missed shot.
Tick, tick, tick. Lance moving slow. Back to Katsu. Ooh.
And Lance from the side, no good. Isolated there.
Well, I want to really see Lance's number. There we go. Thank you, guys. Ooh, look at that. 3 of 12. Thank you, guys in the truck. 3 of 12 for Lance.
Like I say, he struggled a bit here tonight. JCK from beyond the arc, no good. And that's the thing. Will Lance start to hit his shots? Because if he does, this game could be the other way once again. But right now, maybe he needs to worry about getting others involved on the offense. Kadane giving a screen for Kuto, is so far out, but he drives in to the free throw line once again. No good. Offense is stalling for both teams. Who can pull out the dive first, though?
90 seconds left in the half.
And either team could go into the second half up. Juniper Hill, who she was not comfortable shooting that. Tiatera again. Maybe she should be the defensive player of the year. Is Mackenbach in transition, no good.
Rat, come on. Come on.
Well, don't let Alphonse hear you cheering for the other rat.
Letting Alphonse know nothing I do. I rather enjoy. Good shot. No, nope. Oh, he missed it.
See, jinxed him. Now Mackenbach from 3. Oh, just missing again.
Can I stop talking? Is that in my contract? Would it give us a better game?
I mean, would it be a better game without your beautiful voice? I don't know.
I was once upon a time paid per word for a game. That was not a fun game to listen to, but I got...
I mean, if you're really famous, you could just get paid $1,000 a word and not say anything for the game. Missed shot opportunity there. Only 2 possessions left in this game. Half.
If that.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming Bangor will get a shot up for 3. There we go, Lance.
Okay, Lance. I don't apologize. Never mind. You're still, only 3 for 12 now. 3 for 13.
4 for 13.
Ugh.
I know math is not in your contract.
That's why I let the guys in the truck take care of that. Right, guys? Love you guys. You're great. You're getting the Christmas cards this year.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to cut your mic by accident.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, don't even pretend to do that. Scooney with the last second shot. Can he get something up? That's good. No, defense too tight there.
A little bit.
Yeah, Bangor 49, Hawaii 44. Still a very close game considering where we found ourselves at the end of the first quarter. Hawaii coming back into it, and we'll take a look at the box scores in just a moment as we go into the halftime show. Thoughts on what Hawaii needs to do to turn this game around back in their favor? Jack?
Oof.
Jack?
They cut me off again?
Apparently.
At this point, fundamentals. I get it's the finals. I get it's an important game. But you gotta put the ball in the hoop. I think right now, if I'm Hawaii, my keys to victory, play your starters. Maybe they're saving them a little bit. Maybe they didn't want to push them too hard. Hawaii, you excuse me, Bangor, you got to play your starters. Hawaii, in general, keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting the ball in the basket. Lean on Scooney.
Yeah, well, looking at the statistics, Scooney has not been as efficient as he's probably like 2 for 6 tonight with 7 rebounds, 2 assists. JCK, 6 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Warren Doyle, 2 for 4, but he hit a 3-pointer, 6 points, 1 rebound. Zach Tate struggling in the sense that he's had 4 turnovers, 2 points, 5 rebounds. Only 1 shot attempt. Bastenhood, 2 for 8, 4 points, 1 rebound. Alphonse Norwich, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a steal. The Rat's been perfect from the floor. Maybe Hawaii needs to consider getting him more involved. Juniper Hill, 5 points, 2 for 5 with a turnover as well. Blanc, 3 points, 4 rebounds. Sophia, 2 assists and a missed shot. Sunderman, 2 for 4. And Kealoha, 2 for 2 with 4 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And one of those being an offensive rebound that turned into a putback. So, and that's one of the big things I'm seeing here is a lack of offensive rebounds. Tate needs to crash the board more often. I know keeping him out towards the perimeter is leaving it more open for Scooney, but it's not working. Rooney, 2 rebounds in his 5 minutes. Not a lot of opportunities for him if he hasn't been given the ball. Jumping over to Bangor, Lance, 9 points, 4 for 13, 4 assists and a steal. Randy Mackenbach, 50% from the field, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Kadane, 2 points, 6 rebounds, and a block. Only 1 shot made out of 2. Again, they haven't really gotten him fairly involved in this game. Tate's a little bit too much of a monster. Not worth throwing away shots unless he's open. Tiatera, perfect 3 for 3, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block as well. Iverson, 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 4 for 8. And then Puradora, 4 for 5, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, 10 points total, 2 assists and a steal. Gary has not been on the court long, only had an opportunity for a 3, but did get an assist on his time. And like I said, Iverson definitely stepped up for the bench for Bangor with their struggles. Diego, 1 for 2, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Ortega, almost a clean sheet except for the 1 assist and the foul. And Gaston, I feel bad for him considering his 2 misses were 3-pointers that he should not have been taking, but he had no choice but to with the shot clock winding down, hurting his field goal percentage because of that.
Tutors are not good decision makers. What can I say?
Kuto, 2 points, 1 assist, 1 for 2 from the field, and Cal Sang, 2 points off 1 basket and 1 rebound. And Bangor, we'll see if they decide to continue with their high-paced play, and if Lance maybe makes an adjustment here on his decision-making. He has definitely had a bit of a struggle here tonight. See if Hawaii can find an answer to the defense. Now they're double-teaming Pura. Not a bad decision. She has been hot. She will just play isolation. No good there. That's one way to keep her contained. JCK on the other end. I think Hawaii needs to get Tate more involved in this game. But Tiatera, 4th steal. And the quick basket on the other end from Pura.
I think at this point, Bangor has got that big lead once again. Hawaii maybe thinks about taking that timeout. I know you want to save them. I'd take it back.
Well, that's one way to evaporate a big lead, is an old school 3-point play opportunity. Fastenhoot fighting down low in the post there. I thought Scooney would have taken the shot, and I think everyone expected him to, but Fastenhoot just snuck in through the back door.
Well, if Hawaii makes this a point game, doesn't run away with anything at this point in time, but they got to be consistent like that.
And, I mean, they need, in my opinion, to stop Bangor's offense. And maybe it's a losing fight there, but if it's just a shootout, Bangor, I think, wins 9 times out of 10. Pura is just too good as she steps in.
Woo!
That's what I mean. 75% from the floor.
PDQ showing her straight.
Maybe should have been 6 for the year as Tiatera blocking Scooney. And Gore now. Giving up to Tiara over Scooney. No good though. That's 5 steals for Tiara tonight. She could be on her way to a triple-double here if she keeps this up.
If she keeps this up, she might be looking at series MVP. She's been good all season.
Yeah, she has. I mean, all the wins, even the one loss, she was dominant. Ooh,
Oh.
lands from the right sideline from beyond the arc. That's his second 3.
Found his burrow and got his dig on. Nice 3.
Yeah, let's see if he can keep that up. And if I'm Hawaii, I am sweating bullets right now if I see Lance starting to hit his 3s.
Lance is a rare player. He's not the biggest guy, but he's fast and he's strong. A rare combination that can be deadly in the.
Well, and then he can shoot from anywhere. And we see Pura in transition.
Pura.
Oh,
Okay,
Bangor.
okay.
And this is what I meant by you can't have a shootout with Bangor. And like I said, Hawaii had to call a timeout here already.
Hawaii down to 3, and it's not even halfway through the third. A little concerning.
I mean, they just watched a huge run take place, and I mean, Bangor, it's only 3 minutes in. If they substitute out any of their starters at this point, it's just embarrassing then. I think Bangor is going to keep their foot on the pedal, try and build up a significant lead here in the third, and just shut out this game.
If
right
it's like
now.
a 30-point lead, am I contractually obligated to?
Yes, you are still obligated to sit here. That does not mean you can't order a drink.
Make some good ones here.
I mean, we'll have to see if Hawaii can breathe some life back into this offense. Again, Bassenhout giving her JCK from the corner of the key. It is good. I mean, he has not been as electrifying as PDQ, but he has been consistent as well these series. Coming in big, and Bassenhout with the steal. That's one way to get back involved is slow their defense, and JCK laying it up and in.
How do you lose that player?
Yeah, that's just 2 quick baskets for him, and just as I pointed him out, defense needs to start putting a little bit more eye on him, especially in transition. He's known for 3-point shooting, but he's not afraid to get down low. And Scooney showing the defense twice blocked. No one pulls it up. Tiatera finally grabs it as it bounces around the pause. And, ooh, JCK, it was only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Why go for a reach in there?
Clock gets reset.
Yeah, 14 seconds, and he will be subbed out. Maybe getting a little too fast-paced for the coach's liking, and he's making mistakes now. And mistake, Pura being left open, but she misses with the defense around her.
Tricky shot, harder than it looks. She was right under the basket, but when you get pushed as your shot like that, maybe you should have.
Yeah, maybe should have kicked it back out. And, I mean, you had Scooney right behind her. I don't think she's strong enough to force her way like maybe some of the other players are, but Scooney has starting to contain, and that's Bassenhout. That was a poor shot, and Doyle called for the loose ball foul.
Doyle with that nice rebound usually. Not.
And Lance loses the ball to Rooney.
2 on 3.
And they slowed it down, but Rooney fouled on the way up by Kadane. We could have ourselves a game again here.
One thing I like about Hawaii, they are scrappers. They will fight for every bat.
Oh, they missed that one, though. And, I mean, they have to be scrappers. Look at the division they play in. Some of the best in the league, and Diego laying it up and in. That's good. I mean, here's the thing. Hawaii and the Kahunas are pretty much field goal percentage even. It's just that Bangor for the first time has had more shot attempts, and it's because Tiatera terrorizing Hawaii in the post by intercepting those passes. Norwich on the fadeaway. It's no good, though. Over to Impiero again in the post. It's good again. Bring the lead back to 9 for Bangor. Bangor's bench starting to show up here. Aston trying to make something work out. And Sophia behind the arc for 3. No good, a bit short. An intercept by Norwich, stolen. No look pass to Rooney. Blanc is in the post, he needs to get out before the 3-second call is made, but Kahuna's reset. Screen for Norwich, he now goes for a screen against for Sophia. No good though, as Alphonse fighting to the paint. Step back jumper from the free throw line. Rattles around, but no good in the end. Diego, keep an eye on him. He's been getting it done from the post. Let's see if he can get a 3-pointer going maybe. Calls for the screen. Matched up against Blanc now. He has the speed advantage. Quick pass over to Pura. They're double teaming her, and it leaves Diego open. Oh, Diego. He has been a one-man machine on this scoring drive for Bangor. 8 of their last 14 points have come from him. The scoring frenzy coming off his paws, and Pura is so commanding to require a double team, just left him wide open. I know Pura is hard to stop tonight, but they have to take better defensive showings as Rooney cleans up the mistake, slams it down, literally pushed the Bangor Tides players away from the basket there. And Bangor going to slow down just a little bit, let Pura play off the ball with Namekeke getting it. See, they're already calling for the double team again, but she gets by all of them. Oh, the Zebra just finding the open lane between the 2 defenders as they tried to double team her. Left the tiniest of gaps, and she just blew through it. Why? How are you going to deal with this? Vassenhout in the post answers back with one of his own. Lot tougher shot for him, though. Pura over to Kadane, backing down against Blanc. Pump fakes twice, backs off, though. Again, double team, leaving Gary wide open. He steps inside the line. Bit hesitant there, not sure what he wanted to do. He was so wide open, I don't think he expected that. Rooney, he's been big for Hawaii, and he's big again. He missed his first and 1 opportunity, but now he goes back to the line. They definitely need him here to convert. They can't afford to let Bangor keep this kind of lead into the 4th. This time he is good. Bangor 67, Hawaii 60. Over to Iverson. Back to Gaston on the floor now. Pura from beyond the arc, no good. Wanted to push it back to a double-digit lead. Dangerous pass to Vassenhout. No good, though. That was just a high ball thrown up in the air like a Hail Mary pass in football. Surprised no Tides players came down with it. Gaston back to Pura. Laying it up and in. That makes 20 tonight for her. 10 in just this quarter alone. I mean, she definitely justifies a double team at this point. She is decimating the Kahuna's defense. Sophia calling for the screen. She gets open, drives to the paint, stripped. It will remain with the Kahunas, though. However, 3.8 seconds on the shot clock. And Kuto will come back in for Bangor as Diego subbed out.
All right, we got a game again.
We do, and Scooney blocked on the way up. I mean, it's still a 9-point game. Bangor, off of a scoring drive from Diego, brought it up to 10. Back down the 9 here, though. And Hawaii just, again, they find little answers, but a turnover. Pura fast break. Blocked from behind.
Whoa.
Iverson can't get the cleanup.
Nothing but ball on that one. Hawaii is determined to not go early.
I mean, Pura has been automatic tonight, so any kind of resistance they can put up to her is necessary to throw her off her game. As Sophia giving it to Barrett from the side. This time he's good. Setting up for the shot is what he needed to do. He planted his paws firmly on the ground. 2.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Only 14 minutes left to play. Hawaii, can you show some magic here?
Tick, 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 ticking liquid sweet time.
Yeah, Bangor, they're trying to get to Pura. Look at that isolation. Look at how open the post is if she can just
What,
get a
what?
drive. Oh my God, she shot that from Bangor, and it was still almost in. Still 10 points in this quarter alone is impressive. If she had made that three, I think that would have been the nail in the coffin. As Sophia from the right side is good.
Yeah, gets nothing but point.
Yeah, 4-point game here. Bangor, slow it down a little bit. Don't go for this, Namkeiki. Ooh, okay, I see it. High arcing fadeaway. Maybe put a little stop to the momentum from Kahuna's, but giving it back to Barrett. He's double teamed, but Kuto has to back off, and Tia Terra sending that ball away. Or is that Tudor? I couldn't tell. Yeah, sorry, that was Tudor.
Tudor, yeah, that was Tudor. Tudor with the little stab. I can say that, right?
Yeah, yes, you can say a stab. I mean, it's not the red wedding or anything.
Yeah, that's not the same. Are you familiar with television at all?
No. Norwich for three. What?
Whoa.
Stretching his range,
Whoa.
Max.
Norwich, oh my.
Coming in clutch here with the three. But, ooh. Oh, they're saying that's off the lemur. What a turnover. This will go to Kahuna's now, and they have an opportunity here with a three to tie this game up once again. Bangor cannot shake them. It's like a dog chasing after a tennis ball. They are scrapping the way back. I can say that, yes. Oh, Barrett, nice step back. I think I see both teams ready to sub their starters back in. Maybe Bangor calls a timeout finally, or not at all. They got the crowd back in their favor, Hawaii. They're chanting defense, and a foul call that will give them a chance to substitute most of the players.
Important 1 point right there. Keeps it within a full score. Lead changes are underrated. Yeah, the only lead change that matters is the one at the end of the game. But a lead change can mean a lot for motivation. Just knowing, hey, we're lead, we're winning, can mean a lot for both give and take motivation.
It can, especially if it's coming from such a deficit that Hawaii found themselves in twice here. I mean, they've been down by double digits multiple times, and each time they found a way back in it. Scooney,
Not that time.
Yeah, no good on the turnaround, and Bangor will have the last second shot here. Up by three, they could extend it quite a bit. I think we're going to see it going to Mackenbach. Oh no, Tia Terra against Tate. It is good. Bit of a reverse situation, only 0.9 seconds left for Hawaii. Won't even get a shot up. Bangor maintains the 5-point lead they found themselves in at the half going into the final quarter.
1 quarter, 5 points. Think we're going to have another nail biter.
I mean, with the way that Hawaii has been playing here tonight, I think in the last couple minutes we'll see them make a comeback and get it close. But if the pattern repeats itself, Hawaii is going to go absolutely cold here. Let Bangor build a double-digit lead once again.
So if they get the final shot, if it's one shot to win the game, I'm going to call it, right? Right?
I mean, you're welcome to call it, but how you've been calling it tonight, you've been jinxing everything, so.
Climb the ladder, make yourself famous. That's my line.
I thought it was, this is the finals, was your line.
Well, that is the tagline for the network, my friend.
Okay.
I am a company boy.
That's off her alley-oop attempt to Tiatera. Iverson the Tiatera slamming it down, showing off now.
That Tia saw something. They saw a play. That was just perfection in motion. A statement.
And intercepted by Mackenbach this time. And my prediction may be coming true with a basket here from Bangor, especially if they shoot a three. Kuto back to Tiatera. Down to Iverson with some contact. It's no good, though. Hill getting open to Doyle from the right side. Nails the three. Hawaii has been surprisingly clutch with their threes tonight. They haven't happened often, but when they do, they convert. And from surprising positions, like Norwich, for example. That was not expected.
Norwich is full of surprises.
And maybe he's been working on that, going for, a bit of that little wild card. And Doyle, is he feeling it? Ooh, close. That would have been big. It would have brought them back within one, but no good. Mackenbach back to Lance. Bangor really wants a basket here. They're double teaming Iverson there, leaving Mackenbach wide open. The Rats showing he can shoot a 3-2. Back to 80-73 now, 7-point game. Giving the ball to Tane. I see Scooney breaking behind the basket. Maxed up against the rookie. This is probably a favorable one. No good, but he gets his own miss. Blocked from behind. Hill recovering. JCK for three. No good again. So many opportunities there for a basket. Instead, it's going to be Lance. Ooh, he backed out to Mackenbach for three. No good. Tiatera tips it out of bounds, trying to save the ball.
I like the desperation there, but too little too late.
Yeah, Kuto had moved away from the corner. I think she was aiming for him, but he had started to move back on defense. He didn't expect the ball to get tapped to him. Ooh, Barrett almost loses the Tia. Fouled, though. That's another thing they could possibly do is, maybe not this game. It's a little late for it, but they need to exploit Tiatera in the post and try and get her in foul trouble. She has been too good at containing Scooney. If they can knock her out, I think Scooney can be unleashed.
Let's see what Lance, let's see what Kadani, let's see what this team can do.
Yeah, Bangor down, up by 5 here. Over to Lance, open for three. A little too much on it.
Nobody's crashing the boards for Bangor side. It's a symbol for this whole game, but both teams are just kind of playing lackadaisical with those offensive.
Yeah, but, when you have Tiatera just blocking shots left and right or stealing the ball, why do you need to crash the board? Mackenbach for three. Another open shot. Bangor now trying to stretch the defense out a bit. Just has not worked out in their favor. JCK giving it to Vastenhout. Back to Vastenhout with only a couple seconds left. Down to Barrett. One-on-one blocked up in the air. He gets his own miss. Ooh, almost blocked a second time, but cool head. The Otter not willing to give up, even with the shot clock against him there. And finally, the Tides calling timeout. I said only up by 3. They need to be careful with their possessions. I know they've been going for threes, and maybe the coach wants to make a adjustment here and maybe go back to attacking the post. That's where they found success tonight.
Attacking the post is definitely a good strategy. You have to pick and choose your options, see who's underneath the rim, see who's subbed out, who's subbed in. You don't want to do it with Zach or Tierra under there. Both teams can benefit from that strategy, though. They've been playing a little bit too.
Yeah, and Kadane, maybe get him a little bit more involved. He's been quiet, and that might mean he gets overlooked by the defense. But Lance losing the ball, tough defense, and we have a fast break, but the defense collapses on it. But Doyle finds himself open, and ooh, Mackenbach, just enough pressure there. How will Bangor respond? Are they going to keep the pace up or are they going to slow it down?
They're not slowing down.
I mean, the shot clock is winding down. Letting Kadane just hold the ball. What is he doing? Giving it to Gary Tate. Oh, my God. I'm surprised that wasn't a flagrant.
Wow. Yeah.
That was only a shooting foul. Maybe you're right. They need to get their eyes examined. He almost pulled her down by the shoulder blade. Tia Terra will go the line for two. I mean, look at that replay. That was almost, I think he hit her in the head. And that's supposed to be a flagrant foul if there's contact to the head.
Not going to call it. What did I say about referees earlier? You need to have an eye exam before every single game needs to be 20/20.
Yeah, I mean,
we should think about it.
Maybe when their contacts get knocked down, all they see is a blurry mess in front of them. Ooh, Tia missing her first one. And we're going to see Pura back in. Might be the change that Bangor needs. She, with 20 points so far tonight, a fourth of their total production coming from the Zebra. Tia good on the second. 4-point game. Hawaii is not out of this yet. They're going tit for tat here in the fourth quarter. You see Scooney breaking over. They give it to Doyle against Mackenbach. Back to Vastenhout. And they're going to let Scooney come up to block him. And now, bad matchup, but Vastenhout, ooh! Contact and the basket is what they need here. This is opportunity for a three-point play. Could put them back to within 1 point.
7 minutes, 1 possession game. This is a dream for me.
Yeah, we've seen both teams. Bangor able to turn it on a dime, and then Hawaii unrelenting, crawling back from every deficit here tonight. And yet they've only held the lead, I believe, twice here. But again, as you said earlier, all that matters is that final lead change. And they have an opportunity here to get one. JCK giving over to Vastenhout. Screen given by Scooney. Vastenhout one-on-one. Oh, off the back of Kadane. He picks it up, and now Pura in transition.
Pura has been so hot tonight. Wow.
Yeah, and coming off the bench, she has not needed any time to warm up. Scooney, can he get them back the point? He's trying everything, gives it up to Tate. Vastenhout back to Tate. Tate, come on, you can back down against him. And it's on to Vastenhout. No good on the shot. Pura left wide open, but she gives it to Lance for the teardrop. Getting the Rabbit back involved on the offense. Scooney down low, spin move, gets open to the paint, blocked by Tia, gets his own miss, and the pump fake is good.
That perfectly, but Barrett is an X.
And he's their X factor tonight, even though he has struggled 6 for 19. A couple of those coming from blocks, and ooh, Tate. Big block on
Hawaii
Kadane.
can make this even.
That they can, but their three-point game has not been great here. It's been in spurts. They've relied mostly on post plays or mid-rangers. See if JCK maybe can get going, but they're going to give it to Barrett. Again, great pump fake. Tia is biting on him now. He's making some adjustments, and Tia Terra is not ready for them. He is just outplaying her right this moment. Back-to-back plays, getting open looks is Mackenbach. No good, and back to Hawaii now for the opportunity. Ball's in their court. Vastenhout spin move to Doyle. See if they go back to Scooney, but again, it's Vastenhout. Shot clock winding down. Tate, Doyle, Scooney. Not a lot of time to work here as they double team him, triple team him. Oh, and he almost made it through the triple team. Pura, no good. Bangor starting to get a little desperate here as Hawaii, they're getting multiple opportunities. Quick pass to JCK, blocked by Tia. Barest of pause on that ball, but it's enough. Down the Kadane, blocked. It's a block fest here now.
4 minutes, tick, 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 1 point game. This is exciting. I'm bouncing on my seat.
Move, Aston who calls for the double screen, but not effective. Scooney again matched up against Tia. He's trying to back down, trying to force pump fakes galore, and she's falling for it, but he did not like the shot. Oh, three-pointer. It's
Not a
no
good shot, Hawaii.
Yeah, Scooney.
They're gonna miss that one.
I mean, yeah, Scooney had her to dead to rights on the pump fake, and he just did not trust his shot. And now it's Mackenbach trying to make something happen on the fadeaway, and it is good. 50% from the, actually a little below 50% from the field, 11 points total. Now Hawaii, they need a bucket here just to get back to where they were. They had 3 possessions, 3 attempts to take the lead, and they failed on all 3.
Important basket here. I know they all are, but important.
Yeah, just for momentum's sake. And again, the shot clock is just winding down. It wasn't even a designed play. It ended up just being a shot in the dark.
Definitely a broken play there. Seems like something isn't working right. This is where Hawaii and their lack of timeouts is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, this would have been a great moment, you know. Call something, an alley-oop attempt, Scooney. Good heads-up play, just reaches up there and pulls it down, denying Tiatera. 2.5 minutes, it's still a 1-bucket game. Again, shot clock. But Scooney, pass it to Scooney. He's against Lance, the easiest matchup he could probably have. And he goes for that shot.
Not a terrible shot, especially if you're Scooney, the Magic Otter. But, oh, PDQ with the point!
And the foul. Well, I'm going to disagree. That was a terrible shot. You have someone who comes up to your chest in front of you, and you fade away from that far off.
Fair. He is a fadeaway master. I don't blame him for taking the shot that he feels most comfortable with. How do you leave PDQ that open and foul her? You can't do both. Not at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is just so quick on her hooves that you...
6-point game. 2 minutes. Not good now.
Well, I mean, again, Hawaii found themselves in this situation earlier in game 1, but no baskets falling.
2-1.
And Bangor has every right to slow it down here, but Pura does not care.
Oh,
she is feeling it.
She's got my game. She better be MVP after this one.
Yeah, well, that's assuming they can close out the series, but it is looking highly likely.
Player of the game we'll go with. Nice shot, Scooney. Nope.
Hate finally getting involved on the offensive boards. Fouled. It's a little too late, though. He can keep it to 6 here. But he misses his second. Wildfire to Pura. Definitely player of the game, no doubt. Look at this run, 13-5. I mean, it's been a slow-scoring quarter for Bangor by all metrics, but so it has it for Hawaii. Tia, another steal. And Lance.
What?
I mean, he doesn't need to take the shot there. They're up by 9. Burn the shot clock. Good sir. But he will put them back to double digits. I think with that free throw, this might have been game. 11 points, 90 seconds. I don't see it with how they've been shooting here tonight. I mean, if JCK was like nailing threes, but then again.
Oh, it's not over.
And that's a flagrant.
That's a flagrant. Not over at all.
Scooney only gets 1 free throw, but here's the thing. They keep the ball after the bucket, so that's a 3-point play and possession for them. Over to Tate.
They go quick.
Yeah, I mean, this point, down by 8. They could get it back to 5, but Tia, again, just reaches out and steals it. Wasted opportunity.
That's a problem now. They're going to foul or they're going to quit.
I mean,
8-point game, I think they're calling it.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to be traveling. I don't know if they want to risk an all-out slugfest here, but then again, Mackenbach. And Hawaii will call timeout. They need to draw a play up here and get a three-pointer quick, in my opinion. Quick three-pointer, 50 seconds. Try and full court press, maybe force a turnover, maybe foul. You could still be in this, Hawaii. It's not necessarily over yet unless you decide it to be. And they will keep their starters out. Keep an eye on JCK or Doyle. We'll pass it to JCK. Going for a screen. He's open, but it's for a two. Oh, he made it, but he really needed that to be a three.
They fall quick.
Well,
no worry, foul.
Well, here's the thing. 6 points. They'll have 24 seconds on the game clock if they stop him here. That is enough time for a three and then maybe try and steal the ball. So that's the question. And they're winding down the shot clock all the way. Pura one-on-one. No good. Okay. Kahunas, you have 24 seconds left. What can you do 6 points down? And here's the thing for Bangor. Honestly, just don't let them take a three. Let them have a 2-point play. Make it a 4-point game. Make them take 2 possessions, but do not let them get a three. It is so easy right now. If they make a three and they steal a ball in the inbounds, they could tie the game up in a heartbeat.
1 possession game. Less than 20 seconds left. It'd be interesting.
And Baston Hoot with the ball over to Tate. JCK, it has to be JCK or Doyle, but they're running on the shot clock, giving it to Scooney. There we go, JCK for three. Oh, and that's game. They
ran the same play twice. Didn't work the first time. They tried to back it out over to Tate and Scooney and Van Houten, and then one more time. Wasted about 7 seconds in doing it, but it didn't work. Sorry, JCK.
Yeah, JCK, that was the shot he needed to make, and even then it was a stretch. Down by 3 they would have been, but we're going to see just Rooney taking a three-pointer as the shot clock expired. Doesn't matter. Bangor goes up 3-1 off back-to-back road game steals, 98-90.
Somewhere there's a President Fox of the Tides doing a happy little dance and crumpling up that bag. He was hyperventilating.
And looking at the team's box score, Scooney Barrett, so many shot attempts, put up 21 points, 16 rebounds, but 8 for 25, not good enough here tonight. Baston Hoot also same position, 5 of 16, 12 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. Doyle, 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 for 7 from the field. Not terrible, especially from beyond the arc. I think maybe he should have been the one to take that 3 near the end. Zach Tate, absolutely absent from this game. I don't know if maybe the fatigue has caught up to him or he's dealing with something that's bothering him, but only 1 offensive rebound and 3 points and 6 turnovers. JCK missed all his three-pointers here. He's going to feel bad going into the next game. He could have made the difference with one of them, but again, not just him struggling. It was the whole Kahuna's team tonight. Norwich making 1-3, 7 points total, 2 assists and 2 steals. Sophia, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Rooney, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 for 4. Juniper Hill, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. 2 for 5 from the floor. And Rooney showing up again. He's been Mr. Consistent for Hawaii from the bench. Like I said, it's been the starters occasionally for Bangor or for Hawaii that have just struggled in moments. We see Blancmage, 3 points, 4 rebounds. Sunderman, 4 points as well, had not played any minutes since the first half ended, as did Kealoha, only 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And we'll jump on over to the Bangor Tides, and I can already tell you who will be the player of the game, with Pura absolutely lighting it up. But first, we'll look at Wildfire. 2 for 5 from the three-point line, 18 points total, 6 assists to steal. Mackenbach, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, doing a bit of everything on offense. Kudane, also another center that has just not been present in this series. 2 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a block. Tiatera, the Possum, 7 blocks and 6 steals. Oh my word, she was on her way to a quadruple double at the rate she was going. Had this gone to overtime.
G, my friend.
11 points and 13 rebounds. I think she'll take that. Even though she had 4 fouls and that flagrant almost cost her. And then Pura, she slowed down a little bit in terms of field goal percentage, but 13 for 21 is not a bad showing. Almost 66 from the field. 29 points total, 5 assists as well. Iverson put up 10 points and 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Kalsang, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Gary, 3 assists, missed both of his shots. And main thing I'm seeing for the Tides is no real turnovers. That's been a big factor in this win tonight. They've struggled with them throughout the series. Diego lighting up for the first time, 4 for 5 from the field, and then Kuto, quieter night compared to the other night, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Gaston didn't take anything besides his 2 untimely threes that were forced upon him. 2 rebounds, 2 blocks, though, getting it done on defense. Ortega, only 8 minutes, did not come back in after the first half as well. 1 assist, scoreboard, mostly clean aside from that. Whew, what a game.
I am exhausted and want barbecue.
Yeah, and we will jump into the quarter by quarter, and Bangor set the pace in the first quarter. After that, Hawaii matched them. That was the thing. Hawaii could never make up for the first quarter completely. It looked like they were back in it after the second. All the statistical categories were going their way. Third quarter comes around and they end up tying it. No one really pulling ahead there. And then into the fourth quarter, just honestly, again, barely going the way of Bangor, but the field goal percentage just took a nosedive for Hawaii in the end, and that was the deciding factor in this game. So, Jack, what do you think? You think the Hawaii fans are already packing up and selling their stock in the team of making it to a championship?
Half price luau, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, so we talked about before the game. Hawaii, this was a must-win game.
Yep.
They are now down 3-1, and they are
Yep.
traveling to Bangor.
Yep.
What is the X factor that brings us back here to Hawaii for Game 6?
Oh man. So you got to play your starters. That's the big one. You can't let them sit out an entire quarter and lean on your players.
Look back at the starters. Scooney and Vastenhoot not really playing the greatest this last game.
Brings me to my next point. Your starters have to show up.
They do. Considering if you remove Tate was a non-factor tonight. Scooney did what he could. He just was not as efficient as they needed, as was Yona. Both those players taking the bulk of the shots. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. Scooney should be getting a lot of shots. But Tate needs to be assisting Scooney down the post. When Bangor started the double team Scooney, why weren't they dishing to Tate? Why wasn't Tate getting more involved in the post battle? Basically tonight the entire battle was on Scooney's shoulders, and he just could not carry the team.
You said it exactly. And at this point, if you're the Tides, you have all the momentum in the world. You got to win one of the next 3. It's pretty good.
It is, but at the same time, this is the team that last year almost lost to the 8th-seeded Huntsville Mayors after going up 3-0. Bangor cannot go ahead and start buying the champagne just yet. The Kahunas have shown themselves to be tenacious. Every game they have fought back, and I think that could be something that catches the Tides off guard if they start to feel comfortable here. And that's the one thing that the coach for both teams need to convey. Bangor's coach, don't get comfortable with anything. You could be up by 20 points. Keep scoring. Do not slow down. Hawaii, don't give up. Every game has come close at one point or another, and it's just slipped through their paws. It's going to eventually bounce back their ways if they keep playing like this.
Yep. At this point, right now, I wouldn't count Hawaii out. I think they got 1, maybe 2 games in them. I would not be surprised if they force a Game 7, but 3 in a row. That is a Herculean effort. But if there's anyone in this league that could do it, the number of players that I think could do it, I'm going to count on one hand. One is going to be Scooney. Another one, maybe in his prime, Roger or Mateship. Maybe Turner, but he's kind of jinxed in the playoffs anyways. I think Scooney, he's a stubborn alder. He's going to have his team fired up for the next one. But the Tide's in 6. I think that's a pretty good bet to take.
I mean, that definitely sounds like a good bet to me, even though I am personally rooting for 7. I want to rack up those sky miles. So, I'm sure the fans do too. I can imagine a few of them getting quite a bit of travel under their belt. They've been making it for these road games. It's a long way to go. And speaking of road games, the next one will be back in Bangor in 3 days' time. Hawaii fight for their lives in Bangor. Can they make a repeat of Game 1? We'll just have to see. I've been Ryan Eastman, and thank you for joining me, Jack.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time.